Akira listeners, let's learn Sumo. I'm Clayton. Welcome to the podcast. Sunday night, May Basho, Natsu Basho Day 1. Well, the poor showing by the Yokozuna and Ozekis has continued into May. Only one Senyaku wrestler, the debutante Onosato at Komusubi, taking a Sukiyanage win against the Yokozuna, Terunofuji. Feels like a cross between a consolation prize and an exciting new toy, to be honest. Day 1 threw up some very surprising results. We knew the Yokozuna was carrying injuries. It's clear that Kirishima is not fully recovered. Takakeisho got overpowered and Hoshoryu got beaten by some pretty good defence by Atami Fuji. So let's catch our breath. Welcome to the May tournament, minus our March Yusho winner Takeru Fuji, who's still out injured, some ligaments in his ankle. So if you were following the Salt City Sumo live feed on YouTube tonight, I hope you enjoyed my debut live commentary. Not something I've tried before, but it was a lot of fun. Thank you to Goose for inviting me. Bit of a last-minute decision tonight to join the commentary, so no advertising of that, but we might try again later in the Basho. So to our Day 1 matches, let's go through them. Tsurugisho, he obviously hasn't recovered from whatever injury he has, and he got pushed out Yorakiri fairly easily by Takara Fuji. Broga got a good Watanage on by getting on Tomikaze's belt straight away and pulling him over fairly easily. Ashoma got Toki Hayate by Yorakiri. Toki Hayate seemed a bit out of balance, a bit skittish compared to what I've seen before. He was fairly easy bait at the Tawara bales for a frontal force out, Yorakiri. Not the balance I've seen him do in Juryo from his fights. Ryuden won Yorakiri after Choronumi failed at a throw at the bales. Fairly easy win there. I still don't like that bronze-coloured Mawashi. Nishiki Fuji, he got an Oshitayashi pushdown win over Mitoryu. Mitoryu seemed to try for a grip or to throw or Kotanage arm lock or something. He just didn't get it into position. Nish got into a good position to take advantage. I would think he probably lost a little bit more than Nishiki Fuji won Mitoryu. Hokuto Fuji, he seems to have his drive back. A little bit of forward steamrolling on Ichi Yamamoto to push him out Yorakiri. That was a bit too easy. Kimbozan, he showed he's got no hangover from his neck injury in March and made pretty quick work of a Sadanumi Oshidashi push-out. Really good thrusts and good balance there from Kimbozan. Shononumi, he showed some pretty good patience against Shodai. Didn't chase him, just let him come to him. Got a hit Takikomi slap down as Shodai tried for a bit of an arm grab, but he didn't quite follow it up and got him off balance, and Shononumi got hold and slapped him down. Midori Fuji got off to a fast start at the Tachiai against Nishikigi. He got a body grip on Nish, slapped him away a bit. Midori Fuji went for the belt, but he got a little bit of a left grip on Nishikigi's Mawashi. Bit of a right body grip as Nishikigi was under pressure at the bales. Nishikigi locked up his arms for a little bit there, and when he tried to break the grip, Midori Fuji stood him up, and Nish showed the face of sumo panic as he went back over the bales for a very unusual Yorakiri win by Midori Fuji on a bigger fellow. Don't see that too often from him. To borrow a phrase from tonight's commentary, the Onosho Meisei match was frenetic. A lot of thrusting attempted grips, but in the end, Meisei got a right hand under the arm of Onosho for a Karasukashi under-shoulder swing down. Next up, Ura versus Oho. Ura got a good driving Yorakiri on Oho. No real acrobatics here, just good drive, got in low and go. Tobizaru met the freshly minted Sekiwake Abi, who's climbed back into Senyaku. Tobi waited at the Tachiai for Abi, maybe expecting a hanker. He didn't go forward too hard. Abi then chased him around the ring before Tobizaru got hold of an arm for a Hiketoshi arm pull down. Senyaku 0-1. Wakamoto Haru versus Takeyasu, the big hairy bear. Big strong hit, Wakamoto Haru. He just couldn't get a belt grip as Takeyasu just kept moving his hips and keeping him off the belt, didn't let him grab. Wakamoto Haru got hold of the Sagari strings at the front, but he couldn't really do anything with those. You're never going to really get too much purchase there. They had a bit of a tussle as Takayasu got a left grip. Wakamoto Haru tried to push him down on his shoulder, but he couldn't make it work, and Takayasu pulled him around using his belt, but then he lost the grip, and Takayasu gets back on a left belt grip and got a bit of an arm lock, which in the end pulled Wakamoto Haru off balance and allowed Takayasu to force Wakamoto Haru back to the bales. He couldn't really recover from that position, and Takayasu, using his strength and his body, got him Oshidashi Sanyaku 0-2. Goneyama steamrolled Kirishima from the tachiai. There is just no thrust going on at all from Kirishima. He seemed to, at the tachiai, instead of going forward, throw his arms out forward, and just obviously there's something going on there. He doesn't have the forward thrust or whatever to meet that sort of tachiai. I think he might have been a little bit concerned about his shoulder. I'm hearing that's what the injury was in March, and maybe he was a bit concerned at the tachiai. If he keeps doing that, he is going to fall down into Sekiwake real soon. Hirodumi put the afterburners on and powered our battle hamster Takakeisho, the Ozeki, out with a couple of big thrusts, big power against the battle hamster. I think he was a little bit surprised at that. He took out the salt basket on his way down. Sanyaku 0-3. Koto Zakura Kotonowaka. If you knew him from the previous tournament, he will be disappointed. He tried to get a grip at the tachiai and failed miserably. He was a bit upright. He went for the grip first time, missed. Then he went for the grip again and missed again. And the human threshing machine, Daisho, went into drive, powered him out with some pretty good thrusting. It's pretty poor showing by Koto Zakura, to be honest. Sanyaku 0-4. Tamifuji, with his new silver mawashi, faced our Ozeki Hoshoryu, and the death stare was in action tonight. Look, it was a pretty good tachiai. Both got on the mawashi grip. Hoshoryu tried to shitatanage or watanage throw him about 3 or 4 times. Had no luck. Didn't really have his feet in the position to pull the big man over. And as Hoshoryu went back to the bales, he did a bit of a feet readjustment. It was almost like a little skip jump. But as he did, Tamifuji took advantage. Hoshoryu, as he went forward, he lost the grip and he went out and over Watanage, and our Sanyaku stood at 0-4. Basically, all of our Ozekis and Sekiwakes were losing. However, last match, the match of the night, guaranteed a Sanyaku win with Shin Kobosubi, our new Kobosubi Onosato, up against our Yokozuna, Terunofuji. It's a bit of a showstopper, this one, the new Sanyaku. These are the sort of fights that the guys in Komosubi and Sekiwake need to win. They are expected to have a go and have a win at these fights. This is a really good tachiai. Onosato got in and body pumped the Yokozuna back to the bales. Now we know that Terunofuji likes being on those bales, and he uses that to twist and throw and get arm locks. So he tried to pull Onosato over with both arms locked in together. A bit of a kind of sukinage or a kotonage arm lock throw. But Onosato kept his balance, and it looked like he almost got the back foot against Terunofuji's feet, and as he pulled over the Yokozuna, he got the Yokozuna over Sukiyanage for the win. The Yokozuna just couldn't keep hold of him and went over. And so all of our Ozekis and our Yokozuna losing on day one. Bit of a stunning and a very poor showing from all of our Sanyaku except for Onosato. Well, that was day one. My voice is giving out after 2 hours of commentary and an episode, so I will pull it up here. I'll be back in a day or so. We'll catch up on the fights. Might catch me on the Sumo live feed again with Salt City Sumo and Goose later in the Basho if we can find time to fill that in. Hakio listeners, let's own Sumo.